You don't really understand sometimes what a terrible burden it is to know some of the things that I know. And try to wake people up and impart this knowledge to them. And find out that they just have walls built in front of them.
Good morning, fellow saints. I hope everyone is well and blessed. It's a beautiful Friday morning here in Southwest Florida. And I just have a few thoughts for you. As I've told you guys several times before, I want to keep things short and sweet. I think it's easier to engage your audience when you do 5 to maximum 10-minute videos. You start running into 20 minutes, 30 minutes, people can't sit there for that long and watch, even as great of a speaker as you might be. So here we go. Let's not waste any more time on that. You know, one question I get asked a lot in my post and messaging is, why would they fake it? Why would they fake these psychological operations? Meaning, like, why is it all staged, fake blood, actors, movie set stuff, as opposed to just paying one of their Luciferian, what do you want to call them, pawns, to just go kill a bunch of people? Well, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to explain it to you today. And I think it'll make more sense to you guys. First reason, they want to control the narrative 100%. I mean, every single detail, down to what underwear the suspect was wearing 3 days prior to the incident. Okay? I mean, that's how detailed they have to be with their garbage. So that's number one. The only way to completely control your narrative from start to the long, ridiculous, drawn-out conclusion, which is weeks on end with these fake events. They want to control it 100% of the time, from start to finish. So that's reason number one. Reason number two, mockery. They love to mock you. They love to mock your stupidity. Forgive me for saying, love you guys. Those of you that still don't see this, doesn't mean you're stupid. Okay, I'm not saying that. But what it does mean, you're not looking far enough. And a lot of you are truthers that have been in this movement and are for the truth, yet you still don't see it. It kind of puzzles me. I mean, it's been over a decade for me that I've known this, and every single one of these have been fake since. Every single one. And we always find the details to know why. But people just are lazy and they don't want to look. Again, no offense to you if that's you. You're not looking hard enough. You're hearing it and then you're kind of dismissing it, and then you're carrying that same thought in your mind, which is, well, they're Luciferians and they would just sacrifice people anyway, so there's no reason to fake it. They're not faking it. And you're wrong. You're wrong. Still love you. I don't have any ill feelings towards you at all, but you're wrong. That's not what they're doing. They're not sacrificing people in these events. Here's the other reason. This is number three. Is psychopathic as these people are, okay, and as dark as they are, they still aren't quite to the point where they're going to go in and just kill a bunch of kids. Okay, we don't live in a world like that. Let me explain this to you. We do not live in a world where people go into schools shooting. Now, I'm not saying there's never been a real school shooting. I'm not saying that. So if you say that, you're not listening to me. But what I am telling you is this. These big mass production, week on end, just, you know, they knew like I said, the narrative is so pre-packaged and pre-planned, it's disgusting how much information they have within hours of an event. I mean, give me a break, guys. Give me a break. So that's the other part of it. Nobody's that evil that they're just going to go in and just, because they're told, because the government says, hey, or because their fraternity brothers say, hey, John, we need you to, get your AR and head to a, local school and, just go to town. Nobody's going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. Okay? We don't live in that world. They want you to believe we live in that world because they want you to walk around in fear. They want you to be in your local grocery store looking over your shoulder at the fellow who might be a different color skin than you and then worried that he might pull a gun and start shooting all of you. That's what they want. They want that fear. That is the purpose of these psychological operations, because once they capture that fear in you, you're vulnerable. You are now persuadable to go in other directions, because you have established some emotional attachment to these events. So when you tell me, Sean, I believe that they're staged by the government. I believe that they're set up, but I don't believe no one dies. I believe that they do sacrifice. Sorry, you're wrong. Just being honest, you're dead wrong. They're not in these events. Now, there are many other ways that they are absolutely killing people. Okay, look at your food. Look at the diets. Look at the fast food on every corner. Okay, look at the dependency on big pharma. Look at what happened when the pandemic came around, and what did most people go run and do? Yeah, okay, they're killing people with that, right? No doubt about it. But not in these mass staged psychological operations that are nothing more than like a sitcom being played off on your television, only they're telling you it's real, and they're showing you again and 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 again that it's fake, with so many blatant proofs. You have to literally just refuse to believe it, because you just refuse to believe it. Because if you actually do look, it's irrefutable. That, my family, is why they don't really kill people in these events. I will tell you this: they love to mock you. They love knowing that the average person will absolutely not believe me and believe these events and gain some kind of an emotional attachment to this psychological operation. Because listen, the moment you tell me that you believe the murders were real and these kids died and all that, you've just allowed that event to affect you emotionally. Because here's the deal, family: if it doesn't, and you in your mind believe, and in your heart believe it was real, if it doesn't affect you, then you're a monster. Then you are an absolute monster, and you're no better than them. Because if these events were real, I can assure you, I would certainly not be insensitive and so headstrong, confident, bold about what I'm telling you. Because I would have a lot of guilt that I would have to deal with when the end of this show's over. When the Most High comes to me and says, "Son, you were great. You did great, my child. Except for one thing. People were really being killed in those events, and you didn't show any sympathy or empathy towards it, and you got others to believe they were fake." You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking here from the heart. I don't want that guilt. I refuse to have that guilt on my shoulders. So therefore, I would not be telling you guys these things unless I was 100% certain, and the Holy Spirit Himself hadn't revealed it to me many times. These things that I know have been confirmed by Him. That's the only reason I stand so boldly on them. This is not about Sean Stafford and his understanding. This is about discernment that's been given to me due to the obedience and my willful commitment to Him and His purpose. Have a blessed day. I love you guys.